whole show. Does your arm get tired from holding it?
It got tired during the rogue thing just because I had done some bar muscle up or pull up workout, and then my arm was just tired.
Just like a static old bam. We're live. Good morning, hey everyone. You ever seen anyone get shot by a porcupine?
No, actually, a dog once.
I saw a video of it this morning. I can't wait to show you.
Oh no!
I always wondered how it happened. I always wondered how it happened. It's great. It's a daylight shot. Ring cameras are gold. They've changed the world. People think that they've changed the world like by watching Door. You know what I mean? Like whatever purpose they served, instead it's really just the greatest. I wonder if it probably is the greatest feeder to TikTok and Instagram ever. The Ring camera. Put on 50,000 followers today. Set up a Ring camera.
Depending on where you live, imagine having one like out in the Tenderloin, like in San Francisco,
God.
just in the heart of the ghetto, just right there, just what you would capture.
I should probably follow other city accounts like that, but I follow like 4 Bay Area accounts that are like just all the fucked up shit that happens in the Bay Area, like the Oakland Instagram account. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Tenderloin activities. Do you follow Tenderloin activities?
No, do they have that one?
Oh, dude, yeah, that's the San Francisco one.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm sending Jenny and Bryson. Do I have Bryson's name in my contacts?
Link.
Oh, I don't even have Bryson's. I don't even
have his name saved.
I mean, on my phone I do, but not in my computer.
Oh, it's like, damn, bro.
Mr. Lange, good morning. We have a bobcat in my neighborhood. Will they attack humans? You know, that's a good question. I don't know. I think bobcats are little, right? They're little, like they're like juiced up house cats. They have like thicker paws and they have the funky ears and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how big they are.
I think they're little. I think they're just like and they don't have a tail, Lange, right? That's how you know it's a bobcat. It's got the funky ear thing. It's got like, it looks like quail ears and then the stubby tail. Is that what they look like, the bobcat?
They'll eat your house pets.
Oh, cool. We're already getting poop photos this morning.
I know. That thread is just ridiculous, dude.
It's crazy. Hey, and you know we have another thread that has some girls on it. Yes. And I wonder sometimes if Bryson and Taylor get their wires crossed.
They do.
God, thank God the girls are cool.
Yeah, or just hopefully put it on mute and ignore it.
No, I don't think they do. Definitely Jenny does not.
No, Jenny does not.
Jenny is a black hole of information. If there's just anything to consume near her, it just...
Yeah, her head's on a swivel too when we're at events and stuff. Oh yeah.
Oh shit. I never connected that. They call them bobcats because they have a bobtail.
Sean helping us out here this morning.
There you go.
That's how you contribute.
Yeah, I wouldn't go near it either. Cats are scary. Have you one time in my backyard at my dad's house, he had between his apartment complex and the next apartment complex over, there was a fence with barbed wire in the top. Mm-hmm. And I was over there like cleaning out and I look up and there was a cat caught in the barbed wire.
Was it still alive?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So I try to get him out and he's fucking losing his shit. So I call animal control and animal control comes and you would think as an expert, he would have a better chance than me. It was chaos, dude. It was fucking chaos. Eventually he was able to, basically he couldn't get it out. So he ended up clipping the barbed wire and taking that section of the fence and the cat.
Oh my God.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then just tried to untangle it once he had it down.
Wait, he just threw it in the truck. It was fucked up.
And then later in the dumpster.
It was so fucked up.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't have good cat stories. Like every cat that I've ever come across has either scratched me, bit me, or was dead in a freezer.
I let Avi, there was a cat one time that I was petting. It was up on a fence and Avi was probably like not even 2. And then Avi was like, basically giving me the sign to lift him up. And I lifted him up to the cat and the cat fucking scratched him and drew blood on him. I was like, fuck, I'm a shitty dad.
He's done with cats for life. That's pretty much all my stories.
Judy, that reel you shared debunking the fake ice raid was really good. I know. I'm gonna play that in a second. It's pretty wild. Oh, look, girls in their bathing suits.
Workout apparel.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, you're streaming? Nice. You want my tripod?
No, I don't want your tripod.
Oh, he said no. He said no.
No, I'm joking. That was a joke. That was a sex
I
joke.
don't
That was a sex
have
joke.
the thing. The
Jesus
phone.
I do. It's in my gym bag though.
Oh.
Jenny's not perfect. She doesn't understand all the sex jokes.
I got it. I don't have shaking hands. I only had 1 cup of coffee this morning.
Oh, we got it pretty.
Sinead, good work.
What are we looking at, Jenny?
So our girls are in the middle here in blue.
Yeah,
The blue
she's
top
hot. Is
standing
that
up,
Megan?
That's Shanae on the standing. That's Megan on the bench press. Then we've got in the lane closest to me with carrying the sandbag down in black. That's Caroline Prevost and her partner. And her name has escaped me at the moment.
Wait, those light blue chicks are our chicks?
Our chicks are still on the bench press.
Who's in the light blue? Those chicks are hot.
Yeah. They are not the teachers. Caroline Prevost, the teachers. One of them's a mayhem athlete. The one not carrying the bag right
Please
now.
tell me those are nurses.
Do you remember where the girls in blue where they were the medical? Oh, they're firefighters.
Oh, makes sense.
The girls in blue are firefighters.
Can you rotate your phone, Jenny?
What do
Oh,
you
go
do that makes sense?
horizontal.
Hot chicks are firefighters.
There we go.
Oh, I like our chicks. Wait, I don't.
It's all good. Keep going.
What's the workout?
They
Like
start
roughly.
off with cows on the bike. Then they had 60 bench press in the middle. Then they had the farmer carry 100-yard down and back, and then they'll finish back up on the bike.
I've never seen those bags before.
They're
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah, are those rogue bags? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, bros.
And where does Taylor hang out to yell at his people? Oh, shit. There it is.
It's the first time I've seen him clothed today.
Is this workout one?
This is the first workout, yeah. Then the men will go right after this, and then they'll have about 45 minutes in between each workout, and they're doing a total of 6 workouts today.
Yeah, that's crazy.
6 workouts? Damn.
How many rounds is this thing?
It's just one time through. It's a chipper down and back. They don't have any more bench after this, right? No, they just finish on the bike. Okay.
Oh, okay. So we'll get to see how our girls do right here.
I think Mayhem just posted the workouts late last night, so they should be on their IG profile. Come on, ladies, let's go! They've got 115 on the bench press for 60 reps. Nice. They were alone.
Are you having fun with Megan and Shanae?
Yes. We've got her family here.
Oh, snap. The fam.
All the fam. Her little one.
Just one.
Come on, ladies.
God, that gym is beautiful.
Yeah, she is gorgeous.
Her too.
Oh, yeah.
Susan said the gym is beautiful, but I like where your head's at, Jenny.
Yeah, that was perfect.
I'm glad you fucked that up and not me.
All right, come on.
That's Shanae right there? She's
Yeah.
tiny. She's tiny.
She is tiny. I definitely expected her to be a little bit bigger.
Oh, is that security right there in the red? That boy is all chest.
Yeah.
That guy's got a sub 1 minute 50 cals on the assault bike.
Yeah.
One more down and back.
Jesus, he's a fire plug. Can he hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, can that guy hear us?
Oh, no.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah.
Or we'll know if he looks over here.
61 down here now, Terry. 61 calories down.
What's the count on the bike?
Oh, my God.
Jenny's feedback's kind of hard to see what's happening here. Maybe just zoom in on my jugs.
I'm tripping because I can see 2 floors on the screen when I'm watching.
To what?
My view, I see the floor twice
Oh, because
when I'm
of
looking at the camera. Yeah.
You
I
could
wonder
probably push a button on there that says hide vertical or something.
I was gonna see if I could edit
I don't
it
want
on
to
my
fuck it
side.
up. Yeah.
Hey, I checked
I'll
Jenny's
just try to-
permissions on YouTube and it says she can go live, but then when she tries, it doesn't let her. Isn't that weird?
Wow,
that is.
Caroline Primo
I wonder
came
why.
back and won it. That's crazy.
They were behind?
Yeah. They won it on the bike.
Where were they struggling on the bench?
They were slow to get to the bench, yeah. But it's that back 80 cows on the bike. They must have just gone balls out.
Paced it correctly.
6 workouts. Hey, are they brutal workouts?
No, they're just really grindy workouts, and there's no real gymnastics. There's no anything on the rig at all. They only have rope climbs, no pull-ups, no bar muscle-ups, no handstand walking. It's just really grindy.
I'm looking at their post now. Okay, 80 cows in the echo bike, farmer's carry, bench press, farmer's carry, and more echo bike. Axle bar deadlift next with the sled push. Then axle bar to overhead. Then a rope climb workout with the sandbag squat. Then a lunge workout. And then calories, row, GHD sit-ups. And then another one with burpees, GHDs, and more rows. Okay.
Yeah, I wonder why we do have an echo.
Do you have YouTube open, Jenny?
I do.
Oh, that's probably why we have an echo. Oh, no. You need it open. Wait, are you on StreamYard?
She's in
Oh, yeah,
StreamYard.
I use the link that you sent.
Maybe you closed YouTube. What place did our girls? Are those our girls?
No, our girls are going to be the last ones for
I
this
wonder-
workout.
Jen, are you holding your phone in the way that your hands cupping the bottom of it? How are you? I wonder
If she has YouTube open, maybe she's playing it on YouTube and we're getting an echo.
No, because it's too simultaneous. Like I'm talking, I hear myself talk back. So I'm
Oh, it
wondering
might
if
be
she
a
like,
mic.
I wonder if she's holding it like this, and then it's echoing.
Oh, yeah.
What about now?
Better.
Better,
Way better. I wonder if does the audience hear echo?
Yeah, oh yeah, they've been commenting.
Yeah, there's
Oh.
yeah, it's like the family, all the families. Got the Air National Guard here. They're sponsoring. Come on, Janae! Finish!
For those of you who don't know, this is the service games. They qualified. This is in partnership with CrossFit.
Oh shit, did that fix it?
I think it fixed it a lot. Just how she was holding the phone. Just
I'm
how
a
she was holding the phone.
Genius, dude.
You
Look
are
at
a genius. I
Look
don't
at
even
that.
understand how you figured that out. What's your logic on that?
that. Because I figured her hand was cupping us coming back into her
Oh.
volume. Because I checked all her mic
Oh.
settings on our end, and then when she would talk, it would go away. So I was like, it has to be something
Yeah.
that is functioning. So that was it.
Here, let me go over and
That's a win for the day. That's a win.
That is a win.
Oh, look who's here.
Plumber.
What's up, Savon?
What's up, buddy? Good to see
How
you.
are
dude.
you?
Good. Good. How close are you? How close is your home to Mayhem?
5 hours.
Woo! Look at you.
Yeah, so I drove after work yesterday.
Oh, that's awesome. Where are you staying?
Yeah. With a buddy, firefighter I met on the road.
Just hitchhiking?
Serious?
Yeah, just hitchhiking. No, yeah, serious. Yeah, I met him at a race. He moved to Cookeville, Tennessee for CrossFit Mayhem. And somehow we ended up becoming friends. Met him up for dinner at the Classic and then came and stayed here a couple weeks ago for a level 1.
What was he doing at a race?
He's a firefighter. Like, they have firefighters in the pit box.
Oh, that makes
And you
sense.
just started shooting the shit with them about CrossFit and mayhem.
Well,
and what a small
I
world.
was standing there
Holy
looking
shit.
at the crew, and basically,
Oh, a
he
Great
was like,
Dane.
"What are you
A Great
doing?"
Dane. A Great
Yeah.
Dane.
Freaking dog right here.
Wow. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Will.
He said, "Okay, sorry."
He was like, "Are you an engineer?" And I'm like, "No, I'm the trainer." And then he asked, he's like, "Oh, do you do like CrossFit with them?" And I'm like, "I actually am a CrossFit coach." And then he's like, "Oh, do you know Rich Froning?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm actually moving to Cookville." And I'm like, "Wow, I'm going to be there in 3 weeks for the like classic." And so I got dinner with him and his wife when I was in town. And then he just, it goes to these different races to be a firefighter, and we just became friends. I got him tickets. So when Dave's brother and nephew came to the race, I also got him tickets. I'm great. Yeah. So his family some tickets. So
Hey,
that
that's
same weekend.
That's
Yeah.
a crazy small world,
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah.
Mr. Donfall.
Mr. Don
Oh,
Paul.
was it? Was that Don?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
put
Yeah.
him on. I got a few questions. We have a Don Paul sighting, folks. This is twice in 2 weeks. This is amazing.
I've had coffee with him twice, yesterday and this morning at the
Oh,
hotel.
that's cool.
I bet
Yeah.
he's so freaked out around you.
His face was priceless when he realized who I was after about 5 minutes into a conversation.
He's like, I gotta tiptoe out of the room, but it's
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Hey, did you enjoy your time with him, Jenny?
Yeah, yeah.
He's nice,
cool.
right? Yeah, he is cool.
I'm going to see if I can get to the back here and we can go talk to the ladies.
Okay.
Unless you guys want to watch the guys. Y'all want to watch the guys?
No, let's go see the ladies.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can come back out. I found a secret passage.
Dude, your connection's amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. Oh, and we spoke
I
about
had
it.
to find Scott to get Wi-Fi.
Oh, there she is, wounded.
Taylor killed another one.
Yeah.
I don't know
What
how
is
to
that
get my
lawnmower
screen.
thing?
It's
Oh,
a
yeah,
floor
what is
cleaner,
it?
dude.
Yeah.
Stupid idiot. Sorry.
Oh, it's a fork. Okay, you know what, Taylor? It's a little aggressive, buddy. Hi, good to see you too.
Smile, man. Come on. Stop it. Stop that.
Fucking
Don't say that
rude.
again.
You're live on YouTube.
You guys are doing great.
Janae, what are you? I didn't realize you were 4'11".
Whatever that is that short?
Yeah, very.
22
Yeah, I'm the
centimeters.
smallest one out of
It's like
probably.
3 or 4 inches taller than Stephon.
Oh yeah. Someone probably has me covered, to be honest. I
Where's
don't
Me-
weigh very much either. So
Where's Megan? Is she outside smoking a cigarette?
Yeah, probably.
hitting some muskies, having a cigar.
She's on the bike going down. Hold on, let me see if I can find her.
She knows what to do.
How do I get this fucking screen to... My screen project.
1 down, 5 to go.
Damn. 6 in a day.
Don't tell me that she's on the row or she's on the bike
She's
doing
on the
doing
bike. Oh, she's
athlete
doing
shit.
media. She's doing media
Oh,
stuff.
look at old Ben.
Oh shit, Megan's fucking long.
She
Megan
is
Long,
tall.
everybody.
Yeah. Which, I don't know which screen you guys are. Which screen? Oh, okay, I see it now.
How tall is she?
Yeah.
Yeah, holy shit, look at her legs.
Challenge.
She's got to be like 5'8", 5'9".
Oh yeah, she looks way taller than that from here.
Yeah, she does.
All right, cool, Dens. Thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a good show.
All right, have fun. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
That
From
Jimmy's
the
awesome.
Mayhem Empire, Jenny and Taylor and Megan and Shanae, and of course Prevo wins the first event. No surprise there. Plumber saw you at Desert City Classic last weekend. From one comp to another, one coast to another. Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you saw that post that I reposted this morning. Joseph Ramirez, C4 for Denny. Denny, I like that. Denny and the boys. Maybe that'll stick. Denny
Denny
Like
and the
Jen-
Jets.
Jenny and Dents mixed together.
Denny.
It's fascinating how much the fucking media will lie. It's actually unbelievable how much shit is actually coming out these days where they're lying.
You mean, what do you mean lying? Like just editing clips together to make it seem like one thing and it's a different, or just straight up lies?
Well, basically, just basically straight up lies. the I'll pull up the clip in a second, but one of them was ICE was pulling over a lady driving in her car. A man was driving. She was in the passenger seat, and they were pulling her over for some illegal shit she had done about bringing people into the country. And as the car wouldn't pull over and it pulled up in front of a daycare, it sped off, went to a daycare, and she ran inside and barricaded herself inside. I personally think that if the cops are chasing someone and they run towards a place where there's kids, like a fucking daycare, you should be able to stop the person by any means necessary at that point. By any means.
Wasn't she armed as well?
I don't remember if
With a
she was
gun?
armed.
Okay.
I didn't hear that. But then ABC News and all the news outlets reported that they went inside of a daycare center and arrested one of the teachers at the daycare center. And that was all over the fucking media.
Mm.
And I never saw them correct the story. And then there was another fucking crazy one that I saw this morning. I want to see if I can find it. Well, I can't find it exactly, but basically, the ICE pulled over a guy who was or a guy gets out of his car and starts throwing rocks at ICE, and ICE grabs him and arrests him, and then puts him in his car, I think, and then drives the car away. And they said ICE drove off with kidnapped a man in his car for no reason. Well, it ended up happening. This guy, and you see the guy, and he's a total shady character. And the guy had gotten out of his fucking car and started throwing rocks at ICE, and he had a fucking baby in the car.
Oh my God.
If you're a fucking parent and you fucking pull over in a car to throw rocks at someone, let alone the police, and the news doesn't report it like that. The news reports ICE kidnaps man and baby.
Yeah, because there's no accountability, or they'll bury like a. I don't even think they come out and say, "Hey, we got it wrong."
No.
Have you ever
No.
seen any of them say, "Hey, we got it wrong," or like, "Hey, this
No.
was misleading," or anything?
No.
It's crazy. And I'm assuming you talked about the Trump and the BBC thing, where they cut that thing and then they took a clip and then
yesterday I showed
50 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't show the clip the BBC did, but I showed now Sweden, some news station in Sweden did the same thing, and I played that yesterday. The exact same thing. And those are the things that all our liberal friends are watching and believing. And it's fucking and it's fucking nuts. You see why you start to figure out why everyone's brainwashed.
Yeah. Well, fuck, I forget who was talking about, but they were saying, especially in California, that like they were using the analogy that a fish doesn't even know it's in water. So if you like grab a fish, you're like, "Hey, you live in water." It's like, "What are you talking about? I don't live in water." And that's like the ideology here in California. It's like you can't even explain it to some of them because they don't completely oblivious to the belief that they hold.
The Obamacare one is great. We'll get to that. It's a perfect analogy. But I want to show you this really quick. I saw this morning, and I'd always wondered what it looked like when a porcupine shoots someone.
Oh, damn.
This is fucking nuts.
Is this real?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, there's some stuck in his face. He's lucky one didn't go in his eye.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, what the well, I can't. There's a dude, right? Is that a younger kid? He's like a teenager or something.
It looks like the UFC fighter Sugar Sean.
Yeah.
Hey, and I'm pretty sure that those are barbed at the end, and so you can't just pull them out. I don't know how you. Do you know what I mean? I think it's like a hook. It's like a fish hook at the end.
Makes sense, because if it was like going after a predator, you don't want it to just be able to like scratch out of its face, right? Like another animal.
Are we sure that's real? No.
We're never sure it's real. I watched this one clip where it was like animals coming up to the porches during Halloween and like the Halloween decorations scaring them. And I watched it the first time through, and then I was like, "Oh, that's hilarious." And then I was like, "Wait, that last one was kind of crazy." And then I rewatched and I was like, "Holy shit, every single one of those is fake."
Is that the one where the possum faints?
I can't remember.
I saw one where there's a possum eating candy, and then the ghost makes some noise, and the possum plays dead.
It could be. There was like a couple of them that were in a row. And the first one was like when the deer pops up on its hind legs and goes backwards. I was like, I don't think that's a thing. And the next one was like a pack of wolves or something. I was like, okay, this is fucking. There's no way this is real.
Is there a way that they can take off? Probably you can buy AI with like some premium package and it won't say Sora on the bottom, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I watched a story this morning of a guy who a hawk landed on his car and he stops his car and then he follows the hawk, takes him somewhere, and he sees it's the mate of the hawk and the hawk's injured, so he takes it to the vet and then it gets healed and it's the whole story, and I feel my tear ducts turn on, and then I go to the comments and someone goes, "This is AI." I don't know if it was or not, but it really fucking bummed me out.
Oh wait, that is AI. No, porcupines cannot shoot their quills. It's a common myth. When a porcupine feels threatened, its quills stand on end, and a quick movement or predator making contact will cause the quills to detach and embed in the attacker's skin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, due to tiny backward-facing barbs. The myth likely comes from seeing a predator with quills or matching a porcupine shake those loose quills off, which makes them appear to be shooting from a distance.
And I went to YouTube.
Porcupines cannot shoot their quills. They don't fly through the air at all. The misconception likely comes from their defense behavior when threatened. They raise their quills, shake their tails.
Okay, here's another one on YouTube where they're shooting.
What you doing on my porch, huh?
Yeah, that's fake. That's fake.
Oh God! Oh, sweet. Ah, it
Because
hurts.
look,
Get 'em
see
out.
the quills
buddy.
like
What you doing on my
stuck into
porch,
the
huh?
side of the fence
You're
or the
fake.
wall.
Oh
You
God!
see that? And then
What-
the
what-
one reappears. Look at the bottom left-hand corner. Those quills shoot. You see how one looks like it's stuck into the ceiling or to the wall?
Hey,
Yeah.
buddy.
Look at the
What you doing on my
bottom
porch,
left.
huh?
One run
You're
up,
fake.
disappears and reappears.
Ah!
See it?
Oh God!
It
And then it
disappears.
reappears right there. So all the way at the bottom left,
Yeah.
right where the wall and the deck meet,
Yeah.
you see that quill that's just looks like it's sticking into the wall?
Yeah.
Okay, now replay it and just watch that corner, watch that quill.
Oh.
And it appears.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Reality, my friends, has been forever changed.
Wow.
Yeah. Shout out to our investigative team on the ground. Sending us real-time updates.
Oh, hello. Hello, dude. Hi, boy. So, as you guys know, porcupines are rodents. So he is a large rodent. They kind of look like they would, I don't know, not be rodents to me. You know, when you look at their face, you look at their teeth, you could see it more. But yeah, he's a large rodent species. So he's an African crested porcupine. Now, the most common myth that people have about porcupines is that they shoot their quills. They do not. They definitely will stab you with them. They swing their tail. When he feels threatened, he'll put all those up and he'll back up at you. And he'll also rattle his tail. He's got rattle quills specialized back there that make a rattling sound. But they don't shoot them like in cartoons, you know. I think everybody that comes to visit, that's like the first thing. Is he going to shoot quills at me? No, they don't do that. That's not real, okay? So don't worry.
God, that really sucks. I really want to prove that wrong. I really want them to shoot quills.
We could just pretend.
You guys are idiots. That shit's real.
And that lady should have never been chased into a daycare.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, it's already getting so strange. So like you can't even tell if like the deep fakes and that type of shit, like god damn. Hey, we're close enough to a place, and this is gonna sound crazy. Bear with me. We're close enough to a place where like AI can run the country. Like, have you ever like go out on a leap, right? And let's say like most people are stuck inside or like there's whatever happening. You could have an AI president.
And no one know. And
majority of the
making all
people
this
would
stuff,
never
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Like a whole entire fake Oval Office reporter setting.
Yeah, the reporters are AI, the whole thing.
Yeah. Because they said that Trump's already been using deep fakes to address stuff so quickly. Have you heard that?
No. What's he doing?
Using like the AI deep fakes to address things. So like anytime it's like that really like 4K shot like up at him at the behind the desk in the White House.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people were claiming that that's like a deep
Oh,
fake.
no shit.
Yeah, so they'll just write something up, run it through, and like boom, he's up on screen like moments later, addressing the country about whatever.
It's kind of like the public's IQ is here and technology is here, and the public's becoming dumber and technology is getting smarter, and they're going to cross paths.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's probably the same like if you talk to like your mom or like your in-laws or like anytime I talk to my parents about it, like they don't have any perception of the news or what's going on outside of network cable television.
Right.
Like that's it. So anything outside of that bubble, it's like they don't know about.
Yeah, that's so interesting you say that because so much shit is happening right now with the January 6th bomber that no one would ever know about. The January 6th bombs and all those nuances. Yeah, they're just hearing what they get in an hour from the evening news. They're not on Twitter seeing the updates and shit. One minute something's real, and then 20 minutes later it's getting debunked.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's like it's almost in like delay of all that cable news is. You know what I mean?
Oh, this is crazy. Some churches have started using an AI chatbot version of Jesus to confess sins. Are you kidding me?
Makes sense. I mean, AI is turning into well, that's what they said about Google too. It was in an interesting book that Scott Galloway, which you would love to hate him. He also looks like the meme guy. But he wrote a book talking about like how Google essentially has been has replaced higher powers or has replaced God because you'll go to it with your deepest questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't want anybody to know this. Like, oh, what's happening to me or what's going on? And so now AI is definitely replacing that Google. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where everybody goes. Got a question.
I saw this thing yesterday where it was saying that basically God only got when you've given up on everything else and you realize you're all alone, that's when you have interactions with God. And I was thinking to myself, I think 99% of the people I know are even afraid to be alone.
For sure.
And you hear all the time, we're social creatures and it's so important to have friends for your mental health and shit. And I'm thinking, God, the last thing I want to do most of the time is be with anyone.
Yeah, but they also
99% of the time, I just want to be alone. I prefer just to be alone in the backyard. That would be that's like my dream space.
You have to be at a certain like conscious level to be able to do that. Because then it's you and your internal thoughts and your internal questioning and everything else. And most people, they don't want to go there.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense to me.
Right. Just like it wouldn't on the opposite to them. Like sitting alone in the room with their thoughts. I bet you for more than 50% of the people, that's like the scariest thing that they could do.
Yeah, one of the best things, the most fun times also is like you ever go on a long road trip and it's like, and it's just you got nothing.
Yeah.
It's just you. You're like, no radio, no nothing. You're just like,
Yep. That was me driving back on the 5. That last hour at night, leaned forward because my back hurt and my eyes were burning and I couldn't see shit. Just like,
You're like, it's just me. I really don't but that's a crazy thing. I think it is a huge percentage of the public that just doesn't want to be alone.
Yeah, it terrifies them.
What do they think is going to happen?
They have to address the things that they haven't been addressing with themselves.
But what could you have possibly done? How bad is anything you like what?
I don't think it's like I don't think it's like confession. I think it's like, am I happy? What am I doing? What's my purpose?
Oh yeah, all that shit's fun.
How do I contribute to other people? What happens when I die? Am I doing enough? Am I a good person? Am I a bad person? Have I made the most of my life? What regrets do I have? Who have I wronged?
Me too, Sebi. Love just hanging out in different parts of the yard, just thinking, planning, praying. Yeah. Sometimes I'll just sit down in the yard. Just sit down, like look under a rock, chill, breathe, pray. Yeah. Here's another good one. This one's pretty freaky. Oh, but I guess there's a new UFO movie coming out too. Have you seen the push for it, the promos for it?
How conveniently timed with our December UFO flying by.
I've been watching the promos for it. The director is doing the tour of all of the the news stations and promoting the film.
Yeah.
And basically they have 34 people who had access to classified information who are in the government, who are all saying, and then the preview shows, like, yeah, hey, not only have I seen the ship, I saw the creatures, non-human beings in it. And all this information from the onset when they found these things like 70 or 80 years ago, there was a plan from the beginning always to hide it from whoever's in power, the president. And the one scary thing that I did see in the preview is they said that they call them UAPs, unidentified. I don't know what UAP stands for, but they
unidentified persons.
But they said that both Russia and the United States have many reports of these things going to where we keep our nuclear weapons and activating our nuclear weapons, turning them on and off. That shit's a little scary.
Yeah, why is it always around that?
I know why. Yeah, why are you going to our missiles and turning them on and off?
Yeah.
Can't you just turn the lights on and off in our house?
It's a ghost. There's two things that, like, there's always the commonality with the UFOs or like whatever aliens in general. It's that the people in power don't want us to know. Interesting. Why? And then it's always around nuclear weapons because humanity would destroy itself. I don't know if humanity would destroy itself.
Well, it's always that the people are too stupid. That,
Yeah. Well, that's why we
government's-
have government, because I don't trust other people. So we put other people in charge so we could trust them because they're the government.
Fucking insane.
Could you imagine if there was no government? It would be chaos. We need other people to be the government.
I don't know if this is true, but this guy came on Fox and says this, and I want to believe it, but I don't know. We'll give it a listen. Here we go.
First of all, identify it for us. You're in a session and you pick up on what?
This is a psychotherapist, and he's talking about Trump derangement syndrome.
Well, Harris, it doesn't take long for me to pick up on this. People are obsessed with Trump. They're fixated. They're hyper fixated on Trump, and they talk about some of the features of this disorder. They can't sleep. They feel traumatized by Mr. Trump. They feel restless. I had one patient who said she couldn't enjoy a vacation because anytime she saw Trump in the news or on her device, she felt triggered. So
I know people like this. I've witnessed this live at a coffee shop. I told you the story where there was a table of these old men talking, and one of them mentioned Trump, and the lady at the table next to him, in a crowded coffee shop with like 50 people on the patio, she jumps up and starts screaming, "I do not want to hear his name." She was losing her shit.
This is a profound pathology, and I would even go so far as to call it the defining pathology of our time.
These people come to you for the things that you described.
The defining pathology of our time. Do you remember, like in the 90s, it was like anorexia? Now it truly is Trump derangement syndrome.
Can't sleep, traumatized, perhaps depression. I don't want to put words in your mouth. But at first, you are there to treat an illness, a disorder of some kind. And what you figure out is the trigger.
Well, and Trump is the trigger for many of these people. And to be that fixated on a figure, on a person, it's simply not healthy. And our country has strayed so far away from where we once were. If you look at in the 80s when President Reagan was shot, people were united. He famously said, "I hope you're all Republicans," to the surgeons. And the response was, "Today, Mr. President, we're all Republicans." But our country has lost that. We've strayed so far from that unity.
And what do you see? Because you told me off camera 3/4 of your patient load right now has what you're calling this TDS.
Well, 3/4 of my patients will present with a lot of these symptoms, and within probably 5 minutes of seeing me, their hatred for Trump comes up. So if you're that
75% of the people he sees, that is fucking crazy. Is that what's going on with David Weed? You know how David Weed always has some sort of Trump attack? Or I was in a chat, I was in a comment section of some post today. You know how David always, his avatar, his profile picture has some sort of anti-Trump shit? Today I was in some sort of post, comment section on Instagram, and the same person posted 20 times Trump is a pedophile. And I'm like, holy fuck, this person's lost their shit.
Yeah. Do you think a lot of people are just like replacing that with what they do or their identity?
Explain.
I mean, I don't know. I think people are struggling, like they talk about it all the time. Like people are struggling to have like motivation and purpose and shit like that. And so they latch on to these type of things because you could find your tribe, your group, and you could get status in the group by being kind of the most outlandish one. And since this is like a really popular thing, like especially in certain areas like out here and stuff like that, like you could just continuously utilize that as your thing. This is like who I identify with, and this is my purpose, and Trump's the enemy, and this is what I do.
Yes, that's the problem. People's entire identities are with political groups. So that's like the guy, I read his story the other day on Twitter. I don't know if you heard that story. Let me see. I think I have it pinned because I kind of want to have this guy on the air. If I can find it. This guy, Mike P., he made this post where he was a huge Bernie Sanders guy from 2015 to 19. And then he decided in 2019, following Bernie and being a Bernie bro was making him miserable. So he got 3 jobs. And over the next 5 years, he invested $32,000 into Palantir. And now he has $400,000. And he's like, holy shit, I get it. Just put your head down and work hard.
Yeah.
And you're saying most people aren't doing that. Most people are just like, they've made their whole life just following Bernie, and anything you can to go after Trump. Anything that you can pick at.
Yeah. There was an interview. I think I mean, you know who Grant Cardone is? He's kind of
yeah.
He's kind of a
By the
grifter,
way, is he really
but-
short? I saw him the other day in a video. He looked tiny.
Yeah, I think he's on the shorter side. But somebody asked him in a podcast, and it kind of stuck with me. They're like, "Oh, are you afraid your daughter's not going to be happy?" Because his daughter's already going down the whole entire social media path and like sales and like all this shit, right?
Okay.
His oldest daughter, and he was like, "I don't wish for her to be happy or not happy." He's like, "I just wish for her to be productive."
Oh.
And I was kind of like, "Oh, that's really interesting," because if you're productive, if you're working on stuff and things that you're enjoying and you're contributing, like I think that's where you find purpose and happiness, especially the contribution.
Yeah.
And so if you're focused on like, oh, I just need to be happy, like you're chasing an end, like there's no end to that. You can't like ever see a result to it. And I think too many times people get caught up on like, oh, I just want to be happy, or I'm doing this to be happy. And there's no contribution attached to it. And then therefore there's kind of like this loss of a purpose. And that's when people get stuck in those cycles.
It's interesting to say that. I've talked about this not in a while, but I've known there's 3 women I can think of specifically who married into money and didn't have purpose, and they all went crazy.
Yeah, golden handcuffs, right? Like all of a sudden they think it's going to be so much easier, and I have all this money, or I could do all these things. And just like all humans, you get used to the big house, you get used to the buying things, the novelty wears off. And then you're just like, shit, I thought this was going to solve the problems. And now that it's not, like, well, what do I have left?
So, if no purpose, and you're fucked. Also, another thing is having kids to give you purpose. I think that's a phenomenon too. Someone has 1 or 2 kids, and they realize that that's their only, whether it's true or not, they realize that's their only purpose. They start having more and more kids, and they almost have this feeling like, oh shit, what's going to happen when my kids move out? Am I still going to have purpose? I sometimes wonder when my kids are all doing something outside of me, I always trip on, oh shit, it's just me. Okay, what do I do?
Yeah, but you have your stuff as well too. You know what I mean?
Like right.
I
do.
And like other things like that.
I do.
Yeah.
But even in my life, sometimes I'll be like yesterday, Avi was sick and Haley was gone with the other 2 boys, and I'm like, okay.
I binge watched all their blogs yesterday.
Oh, what did you think?
Yeah, it's cool. I liked it.
Yeah. Oh, we'll take any feedback, and I'll give it to Avi. Hiller's already given us great stuff. Like he's like, hey, like the bloody nose blog. He said, start it with the bloody nose.
Get a hook.
Yeah. And that's a real typical. And now that he said that, I'm like, oh, I see that everywhere. That's a real typical thing. Start it with like a little show his bloody nose, and then people will be like, oh shit, the whole time there'll be a little tension. I can't wait to see how he got his bloody nose.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't suggest that the boys watch it, but like you could recall back to it. All you have to look is like the reality TV, like the Screaming Ladies shows. And they always start with like 3 or 4 drama pieces, and then it hooks you into the show. And those little clips that they're showing of like someone getting in a fight or a shoving match or something like that might not be to the very end of the episode, but you see it and you're like, oh wow, I want to see what happened there. So you watch it. And they're really good at doing those hooks, especially like hooks before commercials, hooks at the beginning of the season, stuff like that.
Judy, I'm struggling with that. Sevi, empty nest syndrome is gonna hit hard. You know, I need to. Susan and I have been trying to get Travis Bajan on. He's really squirrely to schedule, but when we get him on, we'll ask him about that because he's got an interesting thing. He's got four kids, I think, and he's got some young ones still, but also he's still chasing his oldest son around, going to all the NFL games. So he's in a special situation, but it's I can totally see the reality of that, especially for kids, parents who homeschool their kids. I guess if you don't homeschool your kids, you don't see your kids anyway.
Had to get that in there, huh? Just had to get that little jab in there.
I mean, it just is what it is.
They're out finding their purpose.
God, I thought my Instagram was working again because I got one clip right, but nope. Okay, I'm going to show you this. This isn't good news, but you know, why hide from it? Often people will say an agency has been captured, and you'll hear that the CDC has been captured. And I think a lot of people don't understand what that means and how true it is. But when an agency, the Center for Disease Control, when they say it's been captured, they basically mean it's not the Center for Disease Control. It's basically there's someone else running it. So maybe Pfizer donated so much money there that funded, 80% of their projects. I mean, that's not true, but I'm just making that up. Then they've been captured.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get CDC and Coca-Cola and Pfizer, Coca-Cola, Moderna, and a couple other companies, and together they make up 100% of the funding for an organization, then that organization has 100% been captured. The people on the board, the people who work there, and even when you get elected officials in there, an agency the size of the CDC, which has 70,000 employees, and it's been captured for 20 years, 69,000 of those employees are also captured. And so this is a conversation between Callie Means and Megyn Kelly that's a little scary, but here we go. This one's pretty bad.
Speak to us about the many reports that RFK-JU are being undermined from within.
So I was forwarded from one of the good career employees, and just so everyone knows, the FDA.
And captured also is, in my mind, and I'm open, happy to be corrected, captured is the same as deep state. So when something's been captured, that's also the deep state. So the CDC is a government organization, and when it's been captured, those people, those bureaucrats, those people who stay in there while politicians who run it come and go, the ones who stay there for 20, 30 years, that's also the deep state. And so, for example, the president could give an order for the CDC to do something at the beginning of his tenure, and then it goes in and the bureaucrats have to implement it. They know how to slow it down so much, the bureaucrats and the deep state, I use those terms interchangeably, that it never comes to fruition. And that's a huge, huge problem.
When Marty McCary, who's a hero, came in, he's amazing. For a couple of months, he had just around 10 political appointees. So those are people he was actually able to choose. Jay Bhattacharya at the NIH had one. So
Jay Bhattacharya, who runs the NIH, was only able to appoint one person, he just said. I can't even believe that's true, but just think that means it's like 2 against 15,000 now.
Yeah, you don't stand a chance.
Because everyone else has been appointed who works there is probably from the Biden-Obama years.
Mm-hmm.
The employee in government is these deep staters. They've been there for a long time. And I got an email from one of the good ones, and they're sending around a CIA manual called How to Be a Bad Bureaucrat and Subvert an Institution from Within. Wow. And they said that 90% of employees at HHS, which has 70,000 employees, are working and talking in the lunchroom about this manual and telling each other that their job is to save America and save science from the agenda of President Trump and RFK. That is how people think throughout I think every major department.
How do we get rid of them?
By the way, you have to think of pretty much all government jobs as the same as being on welfare. So when you think of welfare, you just think of all these poor black families living in Baltimore, or all these poor white families living in Tennessee, or all these Somali families living in Minnesota. The vast majority of government employees, you can just put them in that pile too. Like, they literally do nothing. They do about 10 hours of productive work a year, sitting in front of a computer, eating fucking donuts, trying to figure out when they can take their next vacation and go on a cruise and sit in the eating room. It's literally that bad. If you're a government employee, there's a great. I mean, listen, I don't mean to call him out, but even Scott Schweitzer said the other day his true love is his podcast, and his government job, even though he says he tries hard at it, is just a place to make ends meet. But I don't even think most government employees try to work hard. I mean, have you ever been to the DMV and anyone's nice to you? I want to say once out of the 20 times in my life I've been to the DMV, someone's nice to me. And I remember it well.
Well,
it was some fat black lady, and she's like, hey, you don't have to get in line again. Just stand here and fill it out. I'm like, holy fuck. There is a God. There is a God. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, if you don't know what your metrics for success are, you don't know if you're doing a good job or not, and there's no competition.
No competition. Yep.
Then there's no customer service, right? Like, if we both own a coffee shop and I have to win on the experience, I'm going to hustle to be nicer, because if you come in and you're not greeting people out the door and you're not getting their coffees on time, you're not remembering your regulars orders, and I do, they're going to come to my coffee shop, even if you have better coffee.
Yeah.
Because people will compete on experience, right? Over product too.
That's why they need to just give everyone in an account their government subsidies, and then be like, hey, you can choose where to put them. You can buy your insurance through this person. You can send your kid to this charter school. I mean, charter schools would be amazing if parents could choose where to put their money. Janine, I have a state worker friend that works from home, and when I asked what he actually does, he literally told me he wiggles his mouse every few hours. Yeah, because they have spy bots on his computer. They just want to see he's working. Yep. By the way, I know people in corporate America who do that too. Unfortunately, much, much closer to home than I'd ever like. It's so bad. Callie means, go ahead.
Oh, as I say, this is when it gets really bad. Yeah, it's like when teachers get tinctured and then don't have to try anymore. And then you're entrenched there.
Tenured means basically they can't fire you.
Yeah. Remember that comedian on Kill Tony? And he was like, what did he say? Teachers and somebody else, you can only get fired if you kill them or fuck them. And then they fired him from his teaching job.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh,
he compared like teaching to another job. And he's like, yeah, you'll never get fired unless you kill him or fuck him. And then the school found it and fired him.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yes, right.
This is where the PSYOP comes in. The CDC has been. Can you think of a better case study of failure? Can you think of a better public health disaster than the COVID response, where the CDC accidentally, in their guidance on school lockdowns, copy and pasted directly from the teacher union document who they were in bed with. They copy and pasted the paragraphs from the teachers union saying that we should shut schools down for 2 years.
Okay. This sounds hard to believe. What he's saying is the CDC didn't know how to respond to COVID, even though they're supposed to be the leaders and make the policy decisions and get the smartest people in the room together. So they turned to a school union and they said, what do you want to do? And the school union said, we did this, and they copied and pasted it. And you want to call bullshit on that? There's no way. But if you think back, I played a clip on this show several times where the head of the CDC, this really hot black-haired woman, I think her name was Walensky, she admitted in an interview that they were taking their direction from what CNN said.
Wow.
We were hoping that the vaccine would work, and we were taking our direction from CNN. It is fucking, they don't even try to hide it.
That's insane.
Insane.
They said that cloth masks were fine, right? They
also funded the whole pandemic.
Not to mention, with the NIH, funding literally the creation of the pandemic with the gain of function research. I mean, you could not have a bigger example of failure. RFK correctly fires 3 employees, and it is national news.
It's It's real, man. I don't think 4 years is going to be enough to unfuck that organization. I don't think in 4 years you can get route out those 70,000 people or even the majority of them.
Yeah, I don't want this to sound pessimistic, but I don't even think the administration can root out the administration. I don't think that matters.
Oh, explain.
It's never going to change of a system is never going to come from within that system. It's functioning exactly how it's supposed to function. You had there has to be some sort of disruption. There has to be some sort of parallel system. There has to be some sort of opt-out button. Like there has to be some sort of massive change. I mean, back in the day, it was kinetic. You just ran over the hill and stuck them with your bayonet. Obviously, I'm not condoning that, but I'm just saying there's the change within the system that's so deeply entrenched within itself is not going to change. And really all you need is government to get the hell out of the way and let the free markets do its thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
let the free markets do its thing. Yep.
Even local contribution in terms of helping people that are in need of food or different things like that. Like that shouldn't be ran through corporate interests so you could get Coca-Cola for free. Like imagine if you did that with the local farmers markets, your local farms, like your local mom and pop grocery stores, and then that was subsidized there to you give to the local economies. So you're helping those local people there.
Yeah. What if SNAP was only allowed to be used at farmers markets?
Right.
And the first thing they would say, well, people don't have access to farmers markets. And you know what my response to that is?
That's
so what?
Bullshit.
And so what? If you made how much is what's the budget for SNAP? SNAP budget.
Well,
if you it's 100. Oh, the budget for SNAP in 2024. You ready for this?
Yeah.
$100 billion. It's 1.5% of the federal spending. You're telling me that if you made it so only farmers markets could accept SNAP, that farmers markets wouldn't pop up all over the fucking country? They'd be everywhere.
Even more radical.
And it would empower all these poor people to start farmers markets in these really poor neighborhoods. Go ahead.
What if you just gave them money?
Oh, just gave them the cash. Instead, hey, and you know what's funny is the argument for that would be like, well, hey, they're just going to buy drugs. Well, hey, dude, they're just buying drugs anyway. 50% of all soda sales in the United States are from SNAP.
You mean just subsidized by our tax dollars?
Yeah, we basically
SNAP's not an entity. It's just our money given to those corporations.
Yeah,
and then
exactly. That's a better way to say it. Our tax dollars buy 50% of the Coke and soda pop that's purchased in this country.
And what's the result that we get?
Then we have to spend. Yeah, then we have to spend more money, and then we subsidize the healthcare
costs. Right, and around we go. There was it's like a hard economics or a good economics for hard times. I think what the book was, and that they tested different welfare systems, and I think it was in Spain where they just gave them the cash. They were like, "Hey, why should government choose what you spend it on?" Like essentially, you have an income problem. There's an economic problem in your household. You don't have money, whether that's due to some sort of disability or whether that's just due to lack of trying, like whatever you want to call it. But like, let's say you need resources. So then rather than say, okay, cool, well, we'll take in the money and then we'll tell you how to spend it. That's like, hey, Savon, I'm going to help you because you and your family need help. But here's this coupon for your food. Here's this coupon for your diapers. Here's this coupon for like your housing. Rather than doing that, what if I was just like, hey, here's your $100. Do what you're going to do with it.
Yeah.
With those, and then on top of that, you need to have a way out. So right now there's not a way out. There's only a further way down entrenched. Because if you start to actually make your way out, okay, now I'm making a little bit of income. Oh, we're going to pull away your housing coupon. It's like, wait a minute, I'm not even making enough though to cover what you were subsidizing. Well, now you're in this tax bracket, so we're going to pull it. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to do this with my kids or this, or I'm not going to have any more kids. Oh, well, we'll pull your coupon. Oh, you had 2 more kids? Okay, well, here's more coupons. So now all of a sudden I'm like, well, now I have more kids. Like, how am I supposed to get the time to go and do anything else? So the system is built within keeping itself in the system. That's another huge, massive problem with it.
Hey, there should almost be, it should almost be like, hey, here you are on SNAP. And here's your 12 months of runway or your 18 months of runway. And every month you're going to get a little bit less every month until we take you down to 0. And you got to figure it out.
You could, or what if we gave you more as you figured it out?
Sure.
And actually rewarded the people that are contributing and trying to figure it out until they were like, hey, I don't need this anymore.
Right. They get so much money. Have you seen some of the SNAP benefits or some of the benefits? I mean, some people between their housing subsidy and their SNAP and their medical, they're getting like over $10,000 a month.
Which is just crazy because those prices are already out of whack, and you know what I mean? Like, there's just so much bullshit to it.
There's something else interesting going on too. Inflation has slowed dramatically since Trump has been in office, but since it's still going up, Trump's getting blamed because he couldn't reverse it. And I wonder if in time, if it's ever gone, I wonder in the last 50 years if it's ever gone in reverse. So he's being judged out of context. Yeah.
No, because what was a movie theater cost, back in the 30s? 10 cents, a nickel?
Yeah.
And, how is that going to go any backwards? That's actually like.
But gas has gone backwards, but bananas are not going backward.
Well, the price has gone down from that's like me saying like, hey, I'm selling you this sweatshirt for $200, even though it only cost me 10 cents to make. And then I do a Black Friday deal and it's $100. And you're like, the price of the sweatshirt has gone down. Like, has it? No, it just went from unreasonable to ridiculously extreme back to unreasonable. So it's just resetting the baseline. You know who's really good at that? Was Zuckerberg. They would roll out stuff in Facebook like where it would automatically check you into places without your permission. Like Facebook, you'd have your location on, it would see that you were here, and it would say, hey, Sevon's at Target. Or it would use your purchases. Sevon purchased at Target. Then people got outraged. And he goes, okay, you're right. We'll just allow you to check in. Sorry. And then people are like, cool, I could check into places now on my own free will. Which if you just tried to usher that out, like, hey, we want you to check in here. Here's this new option. Nobody would have ever taken it. So he pushes just beyond the limit, and then he pulls back down a little bit.
Rolls it back. It's amazing how much my phone knows.
Right. Everything about you. And then guess what? It's selling all that shit to all these same companies.
I was talking to someone about taking our kids fishing, and all of a sudden Instagram's trying to sell me fishing shit.
Yeah, just because your microphones are turned on. So it's picking up. That's the combination of your Google search.
Hey, what's up? Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Two days in a row, you guys get to hear from me, but I can't let this topic go without commenting on it because, like I said, I worked for the government for way too long. But Sousa, how do you measure the success of your gym? Like, what are some of the most important things that you can point to and be like, hey, we're successful because of fill in the blank?
Qualitative or quantitative?
I would say quantitative.
Dollars.
And how do you get those dollars?
Revenue or profit or both?
I mean, yeah. Well, it just depends on what our goal is, right? So like revenue is a huge one, and then on top of that, like of course profit, right? But that's always how it's going to be for a business. That's always going to be the measuring stick, because the more revenue I take in, I could choose what to do with those dollars, right? I could choose what to do with the profit. Maybe it's buying a shitload of Rogue skis. Maybe it's buying Rogue Echo bikes. I could turn that profit into those things, which help then again grow more revenue and stuff. But with businesses, the measuring stick is always going to the quantitative measuring stick is always going to be dollars.
Is by people, right? So at the end of the day, maybe your biggest measure of success is the amount of people you get in your gym so you can change their life, and they pay you to do it so that you can do all the great things that you do, right?
I mean, you could go ahead. Sorry.
No, so I'm just painting a picture here. This is like my ultimate leave the government and never work for it again. We measured our success. Like, understand, we measured our success based on how many people we got on benefits. How many people, there were meetings all the time where like our district manager and then his boss who worked off in whatever city, where they would come and quite literally brag about how many people in this quarter we added onto SSI or some of these welfare programs. And I'd be sitting there like, and all this time I'm big into CrossFit, I'm coaching, and I'm thinking like, this is the antithesis of what we should be doing. We're measuring our success based on how many people we get to sign up for like
Yeah, it's
government
insane.
benefits.
It's insane, dude. It's insane.
It's
But it
wild.
also-
Hey, it's
Yeah.
like it's like a you understand that pharma would measure their success by how many people they could sell drugs to, but the doctors shouldn't be measuring their success on that. The doctors should be measuring their success on how many people they get off of drugs, but they don't. They're in the same boat as pharma. They measure their success and they pay people based on how many drugs they can prescribe. It's fucking insane.
And until we correct that, until we reverse that, and I don't even know how, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know how. Until we do that, the problem is way too big it's just going to keep going. It's going to get worse. I don't know how we fix that, but
so what you're saying there, and the government is answering the same exact question I did. What's the measure of success, quantitative, to take on more revenue? Well, how do they take on more revenue? Is they need more people to subsidize, so then they could go back and lobby for more money.
Yeah.
And so the system isn't there to recede; it's there to expand. And that's why it's going out and it's essentially it's rent seeking, and it's very parallel to Greg's vision with CrossFit HQ in a rent seeking model of once it does that, it's lost its path.
Think of all the liberals that have celebrated. We hired 1 million more employees. There have been so many fucking liberal presidential, like they celebrate it like it's a fucking good thing. We hired 1 million new people. And all those people get jobs that are basically just welfare jobs. It's nuts. All right. Thank you, Jeremy.
talk to you guys later. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah, but Jeremy makes a great point. It's like, just like with the banks and things like that, it's like, what's your deal? Is like, how do we measure sex? Oh, how many checking accounts have you had opened? Right? We need to open more people with checking accounts. Why? Because these commercial banks will then get somebody with a checking account, and they do this to the people that need the money the most, and they'll go, okay, you have some family here that's just going to use their checking account so they could cash their checks, right? And then they overdraft by $10 on that account. Now, Wells Fargo, Bank of America is now going to implement their overdraft fee, and they're going to charge you $30 for the $10 that you overdrafted, which, by the way, they could have just shut your card off and not allowed the payment, but no, they put the payment through. And then, by the way, each day that goes by, you're going to accrue interest.
Oh, but they're helping you. They're doing you a favor, Souza.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll cover it for you.
Right. Oh, we covered the cost because we didn't want you to not be able to receive the things you need.
They're subsidizing their business with your idiocy, and they want you to do dumb things because that's how they make money.
I mean, and it's already insane. Like Stormy Daniels put up the thing earlier, and he said, look, like, talk about how the Federal Reserve works and stuff. And yeah, because it all just comes out of thin air. And that's why earlier too, like a couple shows ago, we said money is just debt. And I was like, yeah, he's correct. It's because that's how money's created. So I put my $100 into the bank. They only have to keep $10 into the bank legally. They loan out the rest. They have interest on those loans. None of that money's really ever left the bank. They just issued more dollars out based off of the debt that is accrued through you. And then they make the money on the interest.
God, that sounds so illegal. Doesn't that sound just so illegal?
Yeah, perfectly legal. Don't name call it. Sorry, Storm Williams. I said Stormy Daniels.
I liked it. I wasn't even going to correct you.
I didn't even mean to do that, dude.
I wasn't even going to correct
you. That. Sorry, Storm. Sorry. That was not even on purpose, dude. You got to remember, I'm also just a complete idiot. So in every single slow cast you could be in school, resource, pulled out, mom's teacher, consultations or whatever, counselor meetings, just ignore me.
Yesterday I was searching around. There's a big fight tonight. Jack Della Maddalena, affectionately known as JDM, will be fighting tonight in Madison Square Garden. He's won 18 fights in a row. He's been on the show a handful of times. He's fighting this guy, Islam Makhachev, who is pound for pound the best fighter alive on planet Earth. And they fight tonight, and the card starts at 7 p.m. And I was going through looking for just stuff to watch about JDM last night, and I came across this YouTube page. And this page is so fucking awesome. These videos are so awesome. I hope the guy doesn't ding me. I'm going to play a little bit of this. He reminds me so much of Hiller. This guy is so good. He's out of Australia. The station looks like it's pretty new, or maybe not. Oh, no, he's been, 6 months. Pretty new. I'm going to play a little bit for you of this video here.
I think it's a beautiful challenge. He's pound for pound #1. I'm going to get him back for Volk.
I'm going to get him back for Volk.
Jack Della Maddalena would have to be one of the most underrated champions in the UFC. And for some reason, more and more I see fans and fighters counting this man out. So given that Jack will be fighting Islam Makhachev this weekend, I thought I would create and tell you a story. The story of Jack Della Maddalena, Australia's most underrated champion. Jack was born in the year of 1996 in Perth, Western Australia. Now, Perth is a quiet, laid-back place known for its mining exports, surf spots, and these cute little fuckers. It's a place with not much to do, and so usually most Aussie teenagers take up sport as a hobby. And that's exactly what Jack did. As a kid, Jack noticed that he had a natural talent for sports, and he started playing rugby league at the age of 8 years old. He really did love the sport, but he especially loved the physicality that came with it. But more and more as Jack played football and got older, it wasn't just the physicality of rugby that he loved. It was also the raw nature of competing. And it was here in the name of competing where Jack decided to play.
And by the way, you saw that movement he was doing? When the people when UFC fighters say they don't do CrossFit, they all do CrossFit. Every single one of them do CrossFit. They didn't train like this before CrossFit. It basically we've exposed through CrossFit. If you watch that video yesterday that Hiller did with that black coach, that black trainer who's ripping on CrossFit, he's such a fucking moron. One of the big things that people don't talk about is that everyone's always run for metabolic capacity. No one ever thought, hey, maybe you should do 200 jumping pull-ups, that you can get metabolic capacity and that you can also at the same time work different ranges of motion besides shortening your range of motion and your hip mobility by just running. And so everywhere, if you just watch UFC videos, you'll see they're doing CrossFit, and they didn't do this 30 years ago.
A new game. A game called Getting Your Ass Beat by Your Older Brother. Josh Maddalena, Jack's brother, was 2 years old.
This YouTube, every one of these guys' videos is great. And the one that really got me fired up is this one he does on Merab, because I've been telling Dylan and Jeremy that Merab is pound for pound the best fighter in the UFC.
So Merab just big brother dunked Corey Sandhagen, and he even almost TKO'd him. Now some people find
this is a 135-pound guy.
Find Merab's fight style boring, and others will say, it's MMA. If you don't like it, go and watch boxing. But that's not relevant, and that's not what we're talking about today. Boring or not, today we'll be breaking down the overpowered style of Merab Dwarf Fish Villy. So if that sounds like something you would enjoy, don't forget to smash the shit out of the like button and my anus. And let's begin.
And now you know why I like him. Don't forget to smash the shit out of my like button and my anus. This guy is so good. The YouTube station is Shoga MMA. He's going to be huge. It's so good. Sorry, go ahead.
I love those style of videos like that, where it's just like concise, it's to the point. He kind of hooks you in right away, and then he just keeps the information moving forward. There's no, like, you're entertained the whole entire time and you're being informed. I really wish I could make videos like that on our healthcare system.
Oh,
I tried, but not really. That's why I said I tried and didn't actually do it.
You almost have to not have a day job. Yeah.
Yeah, because just to like script it out and try to get it right and then edit it and then find all the B-roll for it and stuff like that. Like, I could do it if I had a team of people that could do it for me, and then I just sit down and give the information. But fuck, I love to do that.
Dinosaur, I've known quite a few UFC, IFL personally who do CrossFit for training throughout my life. It's standard. Yeah, a lightweight, high repetition. It's so obvious. Why does that guy get to use paddles? Also, Merab is absolutely pound for pound the best. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy not to think he is. And all these other fighters who are getting all this tension, like Islam or Volk or Ilya, it's like, hey, they're just hype and they look good in suits or they got good hype trains behind them. But Merab, if Merab was 185 pounds, there would be no one like him. So now you know who the best UFC fighter is in the world.
Now you know.
Fascinating story that I just cannot believe. I have not seen this in my feed once. I can't believe this is not bigger news. Maybe for some of you it is, but for me, it's not getting in my algorithm. The end of the penny. The penny's gone. America's oldest coin has been around since 1793. Now Trump has stopped the minting of new pennies.
Because it's worthless. That's the erosion of the dollar right before your eyes in real time with a physical change.
Yeah. The first time since 1857 that the U.S. has retired a circulating coin. The last pennies destined for the public have left the mint. I guess the last 5 pennies they printed them a little different than all the other pennies that have ever been printed, and the federal government's going to hold on to them and then auction them off later.
My grandpa used to buy me proofs, like the coin set proofs, every year from when I was a kid. So
what is that?
You get like a little
piece of cardboard?
No, you get like it's like a little plastic thing, and it's a penny, a nickel, a dime, a quarter. I think sometimes like a 50-cent piece or something, and then even the what were the dollars, the Sacagawea dollars or whatever when they printed those.
Oh yeah.
Or minted those. So yeah, it's all like not in circulation ever, super shiny, fresh proof sets.
That included passing the Coinage Act of 1792, which ordered a minting of gold, silver, and copper coins. The new coins included eagles, $10, half eagles, $5, quarter eagles, $2, $2.50, half dollars, quarter dollars. Hey, I've never seen a $10 coin or a $5 coin or a $2 coin. Have you?
Yeah,
I didn't even know they existed.
Just the other night, actually. I got a little $10. It's like a little 1/10 of gold. It's worth more now, but that's what it was.
And you could go into the store and use that?
I mean, I wouldn't. I'd go to like a place that buys gold because now it's worth $700 and something.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Susan B. Anthony dollars. Thank you, Katie.
No, the Susan B. Anthony isn't the $10 coin. That's a dollar coin.
No, I was talking about the Sacagawea one. I think she was correcting me from the.
Hey, I think that there's a bunch of dollar coins though. There's a shitload of dollar coins. I think there is one with like a Indian lady on it.
Sacagawea, dog.
Yeah. The first pennies struck in 1793 were made of pure copper, a cheap metal at the time, and featured a woman with flowing hair symbolizing liberty. Lady Liberty stayed on the penny for more than 60 years. In 1857, the penny coin got smaller and cheaper to make with a composition of 88% copper and 12% nickel. It's wild. In 1909, Abraham Lincoln became the first president featured on a U.S. coin. In 1943, pennies were made of zinc-coated steel because copper was needed for World War II. From 2010, the last penny struck in 2025, the design feature of the Union Shield. The amount of copper in the penny had shrunk yet again. Modern pennies were made of 97.5% zinc with 2.5% copper plating. The production to taxpayers of making the penny was $56 million a year. The mint was losing 3.69 cents for every penny they printed.
That's an upside down equation.
The mint reported losing $85.3 million on making nearly 3.2 billion pennies in the fiscal year of 2024. Every penny cost nearly 0.037 cents, up from 0.031 the year before. So 6 1/1000ths of a cent more expensive over a 1-year period. And if you're printing out 3.2 billion, that adds up quick.
Yeah, it does, for just shit you drop on the floor and don't even bend over to pick up.
We lose money on making the nickel too. It costs less than 6 cents to make a dime, about 15 cents to make a quarter, and nearly 34 cents to make a half a dollar.
I got an idea. We should do away with all cash.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
What could go wrong?
It's wild.
It's already happening.
If there's a gap, the mint will boost production, but there hasn't been the case. From 2008 through 2012, the combined inventory for pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters decreased 43%. And coin orders from FIs have also decreased. I don't know what FIs are, but
is it more gangster if I hold it like this?
Totally. Hey, didn't during COVID there was a coin shortage? Why was that? Remember that there was a coin shortage?
No, was there? No, I don't remember.
Yes,
that.
during COVID there was a coin shortage, and then on counters of places where you went to spend money, it says we're not doing change or something. Was that because people were afraid COVID would spread? Do you remember that?
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be a shortage, but I do remember something like that. But that's hilarious. I forgot.
COVID coin
I forgot if it was like
shortage.
they didn't do it because it was an exchange. Is somebody on the phone?
No, I hung up on him.
Okay.
COVID-19 altered almost every facet of human experience from 2020. For those who were lucky, living rooms became offices, cocktail hours went virtual. The severity of the shortage. The COVID-19 coin shortage was a disruption at the most basic level of the U.S. currency system. Without coins to make change, many businesses had no choice but to turn away cash transactions.
That's illegal.
It doesn't say. The shortage grew worse. Concerns spread further. Every bank we talked to says they're experiencing coin shortage. We were told our orders would be substantially shortened, but we never anticipated such a drastic decrease. So I guess the mint stopped producing them. I guess people weren't allowed to work at the mint because of COVID. It's crazy, right?
Yeah. I mean, hospitality took the biggest like hit ever. You remember you go and get like breakfast and shit at like your hotel, or it was like, you know, they would clean your all the linen and everything like every night. Now it's like, oh, we'll put it out if you request it. Otherwise, we're not going to wash it. And we're not going to give you the breakfast stuff anymore. Or it's like a prepackaged, you know, diabetes in a bag instead. And like, it's crazy because then none of that shit ever came back.
Yeah, Greg went to a big, huge, fancy hotel in Hawaii when he was there a couple months ago. And he said they still haven't brought room service back since COVID. They stopped it during COVID.
Yeah, because then they started looking at it, and once people assimilate to like, oh, okay, well, we don't really have room service anymore. It's not a thing. Like, okay, I don't really expect it. And then they probably looked at it and they're like, oh shit, look how much money we saved off like not having room service, just like the coins.
The COVID-19 coin shortage had 3 central causes: the government mandate to shut down businesses, consumer health concerns, I don't know what that means, and the U.S. Mint shutdown. No, that's the one. That's what happened. The government mandate to shut down businesses reduced both the paths in which coins could travel and the number of transactions that would prompt the need for coins to travel in the first place. The distinction is subtle but important. When the lockdown began, it fractured paths between participants in the system. By fracturing those paths, the mandate also reduced the number of potential transactions. The paths were reduced, but the number of transactions were held constant. The coins would have been funneled. Wow. That's crazy. The great coin shortage.
The great coin shortage. I love that they put like names to shit like that.
It feels like it would be simple. For cash sales, totals should be rounded to the nearest 5 cents, either up if the purchase ends in 0.3 or 4, or down if the purchase ends in 0.01 or 0.02. Of course, that's for cash only. For card and digital transaction, nothing changes. But it may not be that easy. At least 10 states and localities have cash laws intended to ensure cash customers are not disadvantaged compared to those using electronic payments. Oh, boy. Oh, and how it's going to affect the SNAP program. That's amazing. And it's not just state and local laws that could be problematic. Also suggests that rounding for cash customers could violate the terms of SNAP. It's wild. It's gonna fuck up sales tax. I wonder, do they have a plan?
Yeah, I'm sure they do, but you're not going to know it. They won't give us the plan.
It costs 4 pennies to make a penny, 3 nickels to make a nickel, half a dime to make a dime, and half a quarter to make a quarter, basically, in a nutshell. There's still an estimated 250 billion pennies in circulation.
CrossFit's going to use them to pay for the drop-in at CFL. That'd be amazing. Anybody rolled up with coins to pay for their drop-in? I'd be okay.
So the penny's gone. Hey, you know what's going to happen too? There's going to be a president who's going to bring it back, and that's going to be like his that's going to be like his big thing.
Yeah, that's interesting. How would it affect SNAP if the people never use cash? Doesn't make any sense, right? Did they get change back? You didn't get change back. Like if I used a $100 Snap coupon or however it works,
and you buy
then
20 cents worth of shit, they give you $98.80 or $99.80 back in cash.
It don't work that way. Or maybe it does. I don't know. I'm about to get on Snap, dog. They should put all affiliate owners on Snap. That's going to be the value prop.
More importantly is how is it going to affect OnlyFans? This doesn't have anything to do with the penny. This is just fascinating. CEO of OnlyFans said majority of its revenue came from people in the U.S. It's a European company, by the way. At a recent Bloomberg Tech London event, OnlyFans CEO Kylie Blair announced the company has paid out approximately $25 billion to creators since its launch in 2016. She also stated that although the company is UK-based, the majority of revenue comes from America. There's not very many tech companies that can talk about creating wealth for others rather than just profiteering. In short, OnlyFans' subscription-based creator platform is positioning itself as a major player in the creator economy, not just for adult content, but broader monetization for creators. Multiple sources confirmed the payout figure is $25 billion since 2016. They are a private company, so no one can check this, by the way. So this could be all bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Reports indicate creators receive 80% of transactions, with the platform retaining 20%, which is more than YouTube.
Yeah, I'm fine. I want to find out what's the
There's 3 million creators on OnlyFans. 25 billion, dude. That's a fucking lot of money.
Yeah, but it's kind of interesting how that gets distributed, I think.
Oh, you mean it's like yeah, most of it's to like their top 100 people. Yeah. They were saying that the median is all fucked up. Like, yeah. There's a it's like anything, right? The 1% gets 90%. It's like that in sports. And 199 pennies from my favorite men. Thank you, Miss Marge.
Yeah, so the average monthly income for OnlyFans is $150 to $180 per month, and the median income is $50. The top 1% take 33% of total earnings off the platform. The top 10%, 73%. Holy shit!
So most guys are jacking off to the same girl.
Dude, most creators, the bottom tier mini creators, especially beginners, are earning less than $100 per month. The mid tier creator earning $1,000 per month is considered mid to high earner, falling within the top 15% of all creators. Top earners, the most successful creators, often celebrities or those with huge huge existing social media followings, can earn 5 or 6 figures per month.
I think I accidentally FaceTimed someone when we were doing the show.
Just the whole time?
Hello?
Yeah, the whole time. I saw. Yeah. Let me see. Hi, Haley. Hold on 1 second. Let me see.
Okay.
Oh no, I didn't. Okay, never mind. Hi, what's up? Is everything good, or do I need to get off the show?
Well, I just rechecked the brackets, and it looks like Ari goes at 12:19, not 12:51. Just wanted to let you know.
Oh.
You're still fine, but
Okay.
you have to leave earlier than you thought.
Okay.
Will you double check too?
Okay, I will.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, bye. Oh, will you tell McKenna that Avi's not competing?
I did.
Okay. All right.
And she said, does Joey want to go against his opponents?
Oh, against Avi's?
Yeah.
Holy shit. So he would do two brackets?
I don't know. That wasn't clear.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Avi's 2 years older than Joseph. I don't know if I want him doing that. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So half the people make $150 or less.
Yeah.
A month, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So think twice before you go on OnlyFans, because you blowing your boyfriend will be on the internet forever.
Well, I mean, we're gonna do it anyways, and you don't mind extra $150.
I don't like to compartmentalize my life. I do like to make everything kind of moving in the same direction. So I guess it kind of makes sense to just throw a camera up, put it over your bed.
Yeah. Just live stream it 100% of the time. There's people on YouTube that do that, live stream themselves sleeping.
They probably make a killing.
So fucking weird.
There was a guy named Thomas Crook who shot at the president, hit him in the fucking head, nicked his ear, if you believe that story. And 2 weeks later, his body was burned. Case closed. And it's one of those things that's like, shit, what's really going on?
Nothing to see here, folks.
Here we go.
Is the gist of what Oversight has discovered through their own tracking is they were able to ping and identify about 9 different phones at the home of the shooter, and so they were able to identify which of those phones were then going to his place of business where he works at the nursing home. So after they identify that and make sure that they've got the right ID there for that, now they can track it everywhere else it goes. Well, they followed it to the fairgrounds there, Butler County. What they discovered was that this kid was basically doing recon at that site on July 4th and July 8th. So they were able to track him. But they also learned, and this is very interesting, so this tells us either how smart this kid is or something else, is that he turned his phone off after the 12th. But it gets better than that.
Oh, keep going.
Well, it does, because in the process of looking at all of these phones that visited his home and visited the nursing home where he worked, they found a phone that actually pinged 7 or 8 times in D.C. at a building called a Gallery Place, which has a very large footprint of FBI offices and where source meetings and interviews regularly take place in the coffee shop of that particular building.
This is a story that's been around for a while, and it's fucking nuts. So basically, cell phone pinging is completely open to the public in the United States. So in a nutshell, what these guys are saying is over the course of like 4 days, there were 7 to 9 phones. I can't remember what he said that were at his home. Those 7 or 9 phones also were at his work. But one of these fucking phones also was fucking ended up going to DC to a building where the FBI has offices. I mean, what are the fucking chances of that?
Just a coincidence.
Hey, this is the same technology that they used when they were they did for Kamala's rallies, and they realized something like 54% of all the people who were at her rallies went to all of her rallies. So they were in buses and they were paid, and they just traveled around the country as Kamala supporters, professional Kamala supporters.
Groupies.
Being paid. Yeah. Being paid by someone. Thanks for bringing critical thinking and intellectual conversation to the CrossFit space. Love your whole crew. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Dinosaur. Hey, you think people are programmable?
100%.
So do you think that people could be programmed at a higher level to do things like take or carry out shit like that?
Is programmable the same as manipulated?
No. I mean, like full on, like they find this profile of person with psychological disorders or things that they induce on their own, where maybe they're disconnected from a social group or family or something of that sort. And then they literally like program them in a sense to carry something out in a way that they're like operating subconsciously. Because you said earlier, people were programmable 100%. So like where's the delineation lie? Is it within like, oh, we're programmable to think this way, stand in front of buildings, even fight for this ideology? Or
let me start big picture. Okay. I think you can profile people, and I wouldn't be surprised if 99% of all Hell's Angels or gang members in Tren de Agua or whatever were molested as little boys. I wouldn't be surprised if 98% of men who have tattoos, like the more tattoos you have, there's a direct correlation to fucking you being diddled, right? Because you're doing something to fucking make a statement or to act tough. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. So I think like you can profile people and see like what things that have happened to them that causes them to act out in a certain way.
Sure.
That would be like the big.
But you're
picture.
saying
Go ahead.
I would just say, so you're saying you're trying to move like with the way. So you're like, oh, we have these profile things, so they'll probably act like this, right?
Yes.
I'm saying, what if you see things that make something to where you go, okay, now we're gonna implant this so they act like this.
Okay, so you're like, let me give you an example of you're saying so. Okay, we have this kid. He's 18 years old. And we're going to work with Twitter to fucking get into this algorithm to make sure this kid sees certain things. And we're going to start programming in a certain way to see certain things. And that's going to turn him into this kind of person.
Could be. Or what if, like, hey, they lack empathy, they're completely disconnected, their family doesn't really pay attention to them. Maybe there's like a drug situation in the house and this thing, and then they actually just take that person and start to implement things like they did with Operation Paperclip, like introducing LSD or other mind control type substances, and then start to point them down that direction until it goes fully to
Yeah,
where they can
God.
program it.
Yeah, to I think the more it's harder and harder for me to believe if you're going to have them execute on certain things. So I think you can show enough kids music videos with guys sagging their pants, and then they'll start sagging. 80% of those kids will start sagging their pants, or they'll start drinking Kool-Aid. But to get me to,
so let's say that's level 1.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Is there a level 10?
Yeah, where it's like, hey, you're gonna get a gun and go on a roof and kill someone. I don't know. Do you think
Maybe it's like, well, think about it this way, like
I mean, hey, dude,
manifestation,
we build skyscrapers, right? So we went from building huts out of fucking dung, right, of straw and dung, to building fucking 100-story buildings with elevators that go 70 miles an hour in them. So if we've made that progress with building buildings, and you put that analogous to manipulating people, I mean, fuck, sure, why not? I have no idea what that would look like. It's probably way easier than I think.
Well, the power of the subconscious is something that we don't actually understand, or few people understand. And that's usually what it's like with what they talk about manifestation, right? So you're kind of constantly holding these thoughts or this belief in your mind that something will occur, or it'll happen. And then hopefully the actions that you're taking are congruent with those thoughts. And then that's when it starts to get into the rah shit, like, okay, the universe is going to conspire against you, or the vibration or the energy will attract those things that you're holding into your thoughts, and you're constantly working towards every single day. So, like, what if there was the ability to get deep inside of that and program something, or implement something to where then that subconscious was moving towards those thoughts, or you could take somebody completely offline and have them react. I mean, think about it in the way of alcohol, right? Like, you could black out and you're like, I don't remember shit. And everybody's like, dude, you were so funny at that party and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, I was completely offline. So what was really guiding you at that point? Right.
Yeah.
So, like, imagine just being able to get into those mechanisms and understand it at a deeper level.
Hey, I've been listening and watching a bunch of Bible shit, and there's fucking pastors and priests who will just straight out come out and say that, in a nutshell, yeah, read the Bible and let it brainwash you. You have to read the Bible every single day to get brainwashed by it. I mean, they don't use those words, but that's what they're saying.
Yeah, and that could be a positive thing, right? Like, oh, okay, hey, I want I want this to happen. So
yeah,
it's
that,
like, all right,
athlete mindset. It's like a positive. You're brainwashing yourself to think anything's possible.
In affirmations that are confirming the thoughts that you have, and all those type of things, right? And people are easier to do that in a negative sense. Like, we always make the joke, like, oh, I'm bad at sales. And it's like, well, you sell yourself on that you're a piece of shit every single day. I'm not worthy. That'll never happen to me. I'll never have money like that. Everybody gets the breaks. I'm just unlucky. So you're constantly selling yourself on those things. And there's a way to reverse it, or there's a way to utilize it for evil, potentially.
The Patty Hearst, I don't know if you know that story, but she was the granddaughter of William Randolph Hearst, I think. And this group of people grabbed her and kidnapped her. William Randolph Hearst was one of the richest people in the world, maybe the richest for a while. And this was in the 60s, and they grabbed her, and she robbed a bank. And later Carter gave her a presidential pardon because after she was kidnapped, they said they brainwashed her into robbing the bank.
Mm-hmm. I believe it. Fish doesn't know it's in water.
Just a quick update on the January 6th pipe bomber. So just in a nutshell, the story is there was a police officer at the event. They've named her, and they have footage of her walking, and they've matched it to the gate, how they walk, to the video footage they have of the bomber who placed the bombs at, I think it was at the Democrat headquarters and the Republican headquarters. They matched the gates, and the FBI still has not said anything about it. And the guys who are investigating it, James Baker and others, are going deeper and deeper and deeper into it. And now what has been revealed is I guess what's crazy is they were investigating someone who lives next door to her as the bomber. But now they think she's the bomber. And this guy says, I spoke yesterday with the guy who bought the Metro card police tied to the person of interest in the case, who's also the next door neighbor to the Capitol police officer flagged in the Blaze. Blaze is the news organization. So something's definitely going on between, they're definitely close to finding out who the bomber is. The fucked up part is this chick that's a cop that they think was the one that planted the bombs. 6 months after, or not even 6 months, 2 weeks after January 6th, all of her social media was erased. She quit her job at Capitol Police and she vanished inside of 3-letter agencies. She has a job there now. It's a fucking crazy story. And there's another crazy component that I saw yesterday. The lady who's the head of security now at UC Berkeley, the chief of police, was the head of security at the Capitol on January 6th. These stories are just fucking crazy. But this January 6th thing,
man,
it's fun to dig into. Something's going to come out of this one. I think something's going to come out of this one. They're basically what they're saying also is that the FBI is completely captured too, and Bongino and Kash Patel have not routed out those people yet. That it is a complete fucking mess.
Very interesting. And that's what I was saying before, like once the Kash Patel and all them get in, you know how you were just saying, okay, well, we put Jay Bhattacharya in charge and he's allowed to bring one person in and RFK can't fire anybody. Like, do we think it's any different with the FBI?
Right.
Like, oh, Kash Patel's in charge. Okay.
And finally, before I take off, this one has to be talked about. California Governor Gavin Newsom's ex-chief of staff arrested, accused of stealing $225,000. This was Gavin Newsom's chief of staff from 2022 to 2025. The person who opened this investigation, it was during the Biden administration. And the belief is that Kamala sicked the FBI on Gavin because she hates Gavin Newsom so much. And this story is fucking nuts. California Governor Gavin Newsom, former chief of staff, was arrested Wednesday and charged with plotting with accomplices to swipe $225,000 from inactive political campaign and funnel it straight into a friend's pocket. Look at her. Hey, and as this article goes on, she's been in the deep state and a bureaucrat in California fucking forever. But the part that really fucking annoyed me is she had started a shell company and was funneling, here it is. The court filings also allege that Williamson created a fake contracts to obtain COVID loans for her company and filed false tax returns claiming over $1 million in personal expenses. The COVID was just a giant fucking scam. Everywhere you turn, there's billions and billions being siphoned by fucking Somali fucking gangs and politicians, and all these people knew exactly how to get it.
Yep.
COVID money.
I'm so mad I wasn't able to be just fucking smarter about that. That's the two huge regrets I have with COVID is not like going way further in on media stuff sooner during that time period and not completely just searching for everything I could for small businesses to take advantage of it. Like when I went and met with my financial advisor shortly afterward, she's like, okay, well, like, what'd you do with this? And how'd you do with your rent? And I was like, I just paid my bills. I kept everything going. I just budgeted accordingly, stopped spending as much money. And she's like, okay. And I was like, let me ask you a question. If I would have gone through, figured out all the subsidies I could have done, stopped paying my rent, done everything that way, but did it in the way that the system allowed at the time, like, could I made a couple $100,000 off this being a small business? And she just kind of like sat there and she's all,
hey,
like,
so many of those loans that they said small businesses were going to have to pay back, they never made them pay back.
Yeah, and I didn't take any of that shit. And I still paid all my coaches, and I still paid all my fucking bills, dude. Like a dumb shit.
Gates and Marjorie Taylor Greene got PPP forgiveness. Yes, shitload. Everyone did.
Yeah, dude. Crazy. Should have collected on that shit. Got some
those
tax
callers
back.
Those callers were spam callers that are calling.
Pisses me off.
Yeah, this was always amazing. Newsom appointed LaFonza Butler to fill Feinstein's Senate seat. Yeah, That was a DEI. She was a head of Planned Parenthood in New Jersey or something, and black lesbian woman. And Gavin said he was going to do that. He said he was going to appoint a black woman, and he did, a black lesbian who ran Planned Parenthood in New Jersey to be our California fucking senator.
Something I could get behind.
All right. Wait, you're not like Frank. You paid your coaches, or Frank catching strays. New Jersey sucks. Yeah, Jersey does suck. Jersey sucks.
Still paid my rent.
Minnesota sucks. Yeah, Minnesota's fucked. All right, Sousa, thanks for coming on with me.
Yep, it's fun.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow morning. I think you'll be here too, Sousa.
Yep.
We will. Coincidence, the spam call stopped after Pat Lange was unblocked. Oh, started? Stopped? No, they had stopped for a long time. Today was the most I've had in a long time. Anyway, whoever did the spam call, I think that was a net benefit for the show.
Yeah, definitely. He turned that into some gold content. Dude.
Yeah, I maybe I spam myself.
It's a psyop.
Yeah, don't ever underestimate me.
Deep state shit.
All right, Saturday. I got to go. I'll be gone all day, and then I got to rush back home to watch the fights. Love you guys, Sousa. Thank you. Talk to everyone soon.